So the last word was recently added into Destiny 2. After acquiring the gun and taking it into a few Rumble games, here's some first thoughts on the gun. For a bit of context, I play controller on PC. The last word is an exotic hand cannon where you trade the reliability and the range of a regular hand cannon, and you trade that in for the short range lethality of a sidearm or an SMG. But the gun's weakness starts to show when you're trying to ADS with it. The gun has an insane recoil while aiming down sights. That doesn't mean that aiming down sights is unusable on the gun though. You can still use the sights to extend the range of the gun, but when trying to use the last word at a longer range, you have to pace your shots. The last word's role as being a hand cannon but also a shotgun counter allows the user to equip a more long-range option for their secondary weapon. I found the most success pairing the last word with a sniper rifle, but some people have also recommended using the last word with a bow as well. And even though the last word again is supposed to be a shotgun counter, it's definitely still a viable option to pair the last word with a shotgun. The best way to land shots with the last word in my opinion is to match the strafe of your opponent. Using the movement stick to match their strafe and then your aiming stick to make sudden adjustments or to flick up when they're jumping in the air. Hip firing should be your main goal of the last word, but ADSing is still a viable option. Just make sure when you're aiming down sights it's in a situation that you absolutely have to, and pace your shots at the same time, because if you try to aim down sights and hit the max fire rate, you'll be kicked out of the fight by the recoil. Overall, I think the gun shines the most in Rumble, because Rumble is a mode where a lot of 1v1 duels happen, and those duels happen more often close to medium range where the last word shines. It's also really good in quick play as well because of the larger team size and also how chaotic quick play plays in general. But I would not recommend taking it into comp unless you are a master of the last word. The last word is powerful, but you really have to center your playstyle around it. And also because of the smaller team size and how teams will generally coordinate more in comp, the fights will happen more often in medium to long ranges rather than close to medium ranges. So in comp, I would still recommend using a more traditional hand cannon rather than the last word. But if you can take the time to master the last word, then by all means. And the rest of the video will be some highlights I got while playing the last word in Rumble. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one, signing out.
You've lost the lead.